Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new review day here on the channel. For this particular episode, we're going to take a look at a pretty new release which came out, I think officially released like right at the end of 2023, late December. Just getting to it now. This is a band from Barcelona, Spain, progressive rock band. This is their first official full length. They released an EP, back in 2015, God, 9 years ago, called Meridian. So it's been a long time coming, but this is their first full-length album. The band is called Regna. The album is called Cinema. All right, so as you can see, Cinema, here you got the curtains, right, opening up, and there you see a theater. Looks pretty empty to me, right? Let's take a look at the digipackage. You can see all the seats are empty. What a lonely feeling that is, right? All right, let's open up here. I hate the fact, I always bitch about this, but I hate when you don't have the title, the song titles on the back. Yeah, they're inside, but, you know, gotta put them on the back, guys. Anyway, so here, more artwork, lyrics. It's, you know, the band states that it's not a concept album. However, a lot of it does feel kind of concept to me. The artwork perfectly conveys the kind of like the kind of like loneliness and emptiness here, and you know, a lot of these songs, as you can tell by the title, the song titles, right? You got opening credits, Return to, Spyglass Tangent, Dramatis Personae, and Accolade, right? So there's a lot of this whole kind of like theater thing here, but again, this whole idea of the empty seats and everything like that, there's a lot of that kind of like, I don't know, there's kind of like a somber vibe going throughout this album, right? But it perfectly matches the style of music. So let me tell you who plays on this. So you got Alejandro Dominguez on guitar, Arturo Garcia on bass, Miguel Gonzalez on keyboards, Mark Ia on vocals, Eric Lavado on drums, and Xavier Martinez on guitars. Written and arranged by the band, recorded in Acclam Records in Barcelona, Spain, engineered and mixed by Jose Luis Cataneo. Additional edits and recordings by Ismael Salces, mastered by Pete Maher at Pete Maher Mastering in London. Logo by Ideophony, designed by Joanna Comas and Sheila Terron. Okay, so I'll read you some information here that the band posts on their Bandcamp page, which I'll put that link below. Cinema, Regna's first LP, is an honest and concise album where the band has tried to showcase all the components of their DNA, as well as everything learned during the shows of their previous work, the conceptual EP Meridian. The album has been written and conceived as a complete musical arch of two hemispheres. Although it is not a conceptual piece, there are some common threads along the track, such as fear, loneliness, and the need of having an emotional shelter and its posterior collapse. There's a lot of each of the band members on this first project. The influences of this young band are ranging from the powerhouse approach of the American prog to the old and refined search of melody of the 70s and the mournful and somber atmospheres of the Scandinavian folk-inspired scene. You get a little bit of that here. I hear some like Italian prog from the 70s. I definitely hear like the Norwegian, the Swedish prog scene, right? So they're obviously listening to what's going on in Norway, drawing from these and many other sources, but providing a unique and personal sensitivity. Regna arises, whose sound reflects a genuine and forceful style with nostalgic dyes and a strong personality, right? So, saying all that, what do I think of the album? So, you know, this heard a lot of praise. Ken Golden was praising this. Scott Lade from the Prog Corner was praising this. And I was like, all right, I got to check this out, right? So I will admit, like the first couple of listens, I was kind of like, okay, I like some of it. I'm not crazy about others. But it's one of those albums that you got to spend a little time with, I think. And the more I'm listening to it, the more I'm really warming up to it. And I got to say, like the keyboard and guitar work on this album are really, really good. If you're a fan of classic, like analog keyboard sounds, man, electric piano, Moog, Mellotron, a little bit of organ, right? It hits all the sweet spots. You got the two guitars, man, weaving all over the place. The bass player is awesome. It sounds like a Rickenbacker to me, but I'm not quite 100% sure. It could be Fender, but it's high up in the mix. Love to hear that. The drumming is great. The one thing that I was really on the fence with at first were the vocals of Mark Ia, or Ia. I should say. At first, I was kind of like, he's got this kind of like Royna Stolt thing going. Maybe not quite as, because I like Royna's vocals. But even Royna is an acquired taste, right? He's not some guy you automatically say, oh my God, listen to that amazing vocalist, right? Royna's got this certain kind of nasally sound. Mark's got the same thing going here. So it took me a little while to warm up to his vocals, but they're very melodic, right? But he sounds to me like someone who is is starting to come into his own as a vocalist, maybe historically not a singer. I don't really know. So he was my obstacle early on. I have since warmed up to his vocals, and I think they fit the music fine. So it opens up with opening credits, short little bombastic keyboard instrumental, really, really good, great start to the album. Then you got Return To and Spyglass, both one's 6:30, one's 8:16. They're both great songs. Energetic prog. I hear some Norway. I hear some Italy. I hear some British. I hear some Kansas-y type stuff. All kind of making their waves here and mixing around. Spyglass is terrific. Then you got Tangent, which is again reminds me of Norwegian prog. Right, so you got George Joe and all these great Wobbler, all this stuff. I hear a little bit of Anglagard, right, all this kind of stuff. Then you got Dramatis Personae, which is a quick little thing, right, and then then to finish it up, you got Accolade, which is over 20 minutes long. This big sprawling epic, again, great stuff. Like the gymnastic instrumentation, you got the lush pastoral stuff. You got the mix of vocals and long instrumental passages. Great keyboards, mellotron, a haunting electric piano, ripping guitar. It's a really strong album that, like I said, I'm learning to love more and more as time goes on. I was originally, when I first started listening to this album, I was dead stuck on like a 3.5 out of 5 star rating, which is very solid, right? The more I'm listening to it, the more I'm creeping closer to a 4. So right now, today, again, I know on the website we don't give 3.75, but that's what I'm going for this right now. I'm wondering after a couple more listens, this is pushing a 4. So for those of you watching, where I'm somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4, I don't quite think it's a classic, but I think it's very, very good and an easy recommendation for someone looking to latch onto another modern prog band who's kind of hitting on a lot of those classic sounds. So yeah, I dig it. Regna Cinema. 3.75-ish, close to a 4. Might be a 4 in another week or two. We'll see. So yeah, check it out. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'll drop the link to the Bandcamp page below. Ken Golden has this also for sale over on lasercd.com as well. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. See you soon here with more stuff. Whom Gods Destroy coming up later today. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one. Bye-bye.